The tragedy in Japan this last week has made a lot of people think about life and how precious it is. And of course, donations to the Red Cross are very, very much appreciated. However, heed the small word of warning. If you get emails from anybody that say donate to the Red Cross and give you a link to it, don't click on the link. Go straight to redcross.org. That's redcross.org and donate there. Don't get scammed by some of those people trying to make a quick buck out of a major tragedy. You are on the 5 Tech Things you should know about for this week, and we asked the question, are you ready to start taking those iPad classes? Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to the 5 Tech Things that you should know about for you weekend warriors in tech that don't want too much information overload. Let's get into your 5 Tech Things you should know for this week. Last week we talked about Chrome doing it, now Internet Explorer has done it, and Firefox will be doing it next week. That's the major updates. 2 years ago, everybody started talking about how they're going to have their next major browser out and how they're going to integrate HTML5 support and a lot of H.264 codec support so you can get a lot more rich media content out there. Well, last week Chrome 10 came out and they're kind of on that whole, we're not going to go 264, we're going to do our own thing. But you know, Internet Explorer 9 had come out for South by Southwest on Monday, and a lot of people have been downloading it. Next week, Mozilla has announced next week that Firefox is going to be coming out with Firefox 4, so you can download that and put that on. Great times and great upgrades for browsers. They're already finding that Internet Explorer 9 is a safer browser. Of course, everybody's now on the plea to say, get off of IE6, even when you're in XP. Here's my stance on the whole thing. As I tell you, if you're not on the cutting edge of technology, if you don't care about finding out all the cool new features and can wait a few days, then I would do so. Just wait a few days, find out if there's any major problems with the browser that somebody hasn't found just yet and once got released to the public that everything was found out. Then it's okay to actually download. Now here's the key. You should be downloading, even if you don't use Internet Explorer 9. Let's say you use Chrome instead of Internet Explorer or Firefox, but you have both Internet Explorer and Firefox on your system. You should upgrade those as well, even if you don't use it. And the reason why is this. There's a lot of third-party programs that they'll have like a little link. Then you'll press on that link, and what will happen? It'll open up Internet Explorer. And whatever version of Internet Explorer you have, it'll open it up. And if there's any vulnerabilities in there, they get exposed. You didn't open up the Internet Explorer, but somebody else did, the third-party program. Same thing with Firefox. If you've got Firefox installed on your system, update it to Firefox 4 or remove it from your Windows box, and you'll be a lot safer. So the bottom line is you should update to your latest version. Now, if you have Windows XP, of course you can't update to Internet Explorer 9. Update to the latest and greatest version of Internet Explorer for you. Make sure you have all your updates, your security fixes, and start thinking about maybe it's time to go to Windows 7 or another operating system so you are safe from all the malware. Netflix is going to start competing with Facebook. Yeah, I know, it's kind of weird to hear Facebook, Netflix, and Hulu and all this other stuff. Netflix has purchased, or at least rumored to have purchased, a TV show that's in production. They're actually going to be putting on Netflix as a streaming service. I'm assuming with Roku it won't be a streaming service. You'll all of a sudden see the episode in there. Now, if you watch Starz Spartacus like I did, it was really cool because I watched it on Netflix a day or two later. I watched as they put the episode up into the queue in the Spartacus area, and it was said it was only on disc at the time, but once it finally got uploaded to Netflix, you could actually download it and watch it from there. So it looks like they've been doing some sort of tests of that service, and they're going to be doing that with their own TV show, which of course you can only get on Netflix, which is pretty cool because Netflix has that one disadvantage, and that is they still have to wait up to 90 days or longer for a movie to come on Netflix because of the release to DVD, whereas something like Amazon automatically gets a lot of these DVD titles, which is kind of sad. But Netflix has to counter, and this is how they're going to do this. They got a counter from Facebook and from Amazon and all these other services that are trying to get these movies out to you faster. All right, I just learned about this. There's a program out here from Microsoft and a contest to go with it for a lot of the kids out there. The name of the program is called Kodu, K-O-D-U. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And you can go over to koducup.us to get all the information. But your kids get a chance to win $5,000, which is pretty cool. Here's how it works. They'll take some submissions up till May 10th. They'll announce the winners later in May. They break the competition into two age groups, 9 to 12 and 13 to 17, and the grand prize winners will receive $5,000 for themselves. And they basically just have to design and build and submit video games using the Kodu Games Lab software. And of course, they show you all the links of where you need to go to get that software and go from there. So if you have kids 9 to 17 and you want to give them something to do, this is actually pretty cool. So check it out. It's the Kodu Cup over by Microsoft. All right, now it's time for that new segment, the 5 things that I learned for this week. Let's get started. Number 5. Whoever knew that Joan Rivers would be spokesperson for a Duck's voice? Of course, Gilbert Gottfried got fired as the Duck for Aflac because of a comment a Twitter he made on Japan. Number 4, Alec Baldwin drops out of Men in Black 3 because of scheduling conflicts. He decided that joining the cast of the movie musical Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise would be a better idea. Number 3, 20% in Britain believe that lightsabers are real. 50% believe that people can erase your memories. And 24% believe that somebody has been teleported. Yes, they have. It was Jeff Goldblum. There was a fly in the pot. You see what happens? Number 2, the Pawn Stars just bought a guidance system from an F4 Phantom for about $25. Yeah, I'm kind of in the wrong job right here, I think. Anyway, number 1, there should be a celebrity internet rehab show. Of course, the other day I went to do my regular podcast, the Geekazine Weekly podcast, and the internet died. And I was kind of jonesing. I had to figure out how to do my podcast. I ended up doing the podcast without any internet access at all, which was a challenge in itself. But I did it, just for you guys. So, you're welcome. All right, okay, you found yourself a pencil, and where's that pencil sharpener? I don't know. I didn't even know I had pencils anymore. Well, now you want to sharpen your pencils. C.H. Hansen has this great little device right here. It's a chuck that you put into your drill. It's a drill bit that lets you sharpen your pencils. Yes, in the video, take a look at this video. They're watching somebody drill a pencil to sharpness. Of course, your number 2 pencils will never be as sharp as they are through that drill bit. And of course, you got to watch out because you might over drill it and you might get like little snub pencils. But maybe that's your thing. If you bite into your pencils, if you chew on your pencils at all. If you want those sharp points, then this is what you get, the from C.H. Hansen. It's only $5, so it's a great price. You can go over to your favorite home build-it type shop, home hardware store, and you can see it. You get a pack of pencils and the sharpener. I believe that's $15 to $20, depending on where you go. So check it out. It's the pencil sharpener bit for your drill. All right, it's your life online. Back it up now, back it up often, back it up off-site, and don't mind the 10% right here. I just realized I forgot to update that. It's now 15%. 15% off by using that code GEEK to back up your files, your pictures, your life off-site. Keep yourself from theft, from fire, from damage to all the important memories of your life. And then when it's time to bring it back, you just go up to Mozy's service and say, I want this, 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 and back. And next thing you know, it's all back on your computer. Backing up is the most important thing to do, especially since we put our lives on our computers and hard drives fail. So back up now, back up often, back up off-site. Use the code GEEK, and that gets you 15% off over at Mozy.com. Finally, are you going to get ready to do some iPad training classes? Well, you know, I was reading an article earlier today from Walt Mossberg. He basically talked about things that you can do to be more productive using your your tablet, mostly the iPad. And it made me think about this. It's like, you know, there's going to be some classes coming out, especially nowadays. Last week we talked about how Best Buy employees might be getting tablets to do their everyday job. Tablets are becoming something of a more productivity tool. I saw a tablet at CES that was meant for the manufacturer, the person in the warehouse to do the scanning and replace the RF guns with tablets, and that's pretty cool. But in order to do all that, you're going to need to train these people on how to use the tablets. Now, we're talking business, blue collar to white collar, and everybody in between. People will get tablets that you don't expect to get tablets, from the CEO to the waitress, to the guy in the factory, to somebody like me. And everybody will have a tablet, but you'll need to know how to use it. You'll need to know the programs that are on these tablets and how to run them so you can conduct business a little bit better. So this is going to be pretty interesting. So you're going to have to watch and see what type of iPad classes come out there. You might even have to start thinking, especially if you're any type of IT administrator, it's time to start looking into how am I going to do some tablet training, even smartphone training for that matter, for my masses so they can use their devices and be more productive with them. Social networking is a big part of tablets and a part of smartphones. And of course, training has to go on that as well, because social networking can really make a business soar sometimes. And that's big keys right there. We even saw a POS system this last week that was implementing social networking into the cash register system. And that's just amazing stuff. They're going to have tablets. You'll be able to do stuff on the iPod, on the iPad, everything. And you'll just need to learn how to do it and need to learn how to use these tablets wisely. And that's what's going to happen. So watch out, because there's going to be classes coming up very soon on how to use your iPad more efficiently, the programs inside more efficiently. Just like you did years ago when it was time to learn how to use Microsoft Word or how to use a Windows PC. Remember those days? And of course, that's the 5 tech things that you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to email me at geekazine@gmail.com or 608-205-4378. If you donate to the Red Cross, remember, go to redcross.org. If you get an email, don't follow the links on the email. Go straight to the website, redcross.org, so you know that your money is going towards the Japan relief rather than some scammer's pocket. The 5 tech things you should know about. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for listening. We will see you next week on the 5 tech things you should know about. Take care. Should know about for you Wiccan warriors in tech. Are you a Wiccan warrior in tech? Well, if so, we've got a great plan for you. What is a Wiccan warrior?